From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
It's a battle against blight, and like any battle, it's drawing some fire in one community. The city of Pottsville continues its cleanup of rundown properties. Our top story on News 13 for this Tuesday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Officials in Pottsville are continuing their aggressive approach to clamp down on blight. They met Monday night at City Hall to discuss the next phase, which drew some fiery criticism. Matthew Petrillo is live in the studio to tell us what happened. Matthew?
That's right, Kathy. It all started in June when Pottsville published a list with the top 10 worst blighted properties in Pottsville. That was followed by a top 20 list, which came out last month. And well, imagine you're reading the paper, then you see the address of your property on the list, and next to it, your name. Pretty embarrassing stuff. So residents came to the meeting last night with their own list.
My name was put in the paper, I guess, to embarrass me. Unfortunately, I'm not embarrassed.
Some residents who came to last night's city council meeting were not happy about the city's blight task list. Edward Orlick says he pays his property taxes every year. So when he heard a home he owns and uses for storage on 313 Peacock Street was awarded Pottsville's 17th most blighted property, he says he didn't feel embarrassed, but angry. He says the city's blight task force is hypocritical.
The city needs to clean up their properties if they want me to clean up mine. I don't mind cleaning up my property. And I'll work on that, but we're all hurt. It's a recession. We don't have a lot of money. It's tough to get by right now.
He says the city should have consulted homeowners before publishing their names. So he tried turning the tables by showing some city officials city-owned properties he calls blight. But City Administrator Tom Palomar says the city actually doesn't own any blighted homes.
We're aware that we have several lots in the city that have high weeds. I wouldn't necessarily call that blight. You know, we have a limited amount of staff and a limited budget, but we get around to everything.
Now Palermo says he's going to continue with the city's blight task force. Still, he says he knows times are tough, so if your property is on the list, he says that the city is willing to work with you to make sure that the whole of Pottsville improves.
I think we need to work together. I didn't like their approach. They tried to embarrass me. I'm not embarrassed.
We've had success, some big success, and some things that you look at and it's a remarkable difference, and some smaller, subtle things. But we are fully prepared to break down our problems one home at a time, one property at a time, and deal with them the best way we can.
Now, Palomar says the city is going to concentrate on the top 10 first with a detailed plan of action. And he says if you see blight, the city still wants to hear from you. You can contact them anonymously by calling or emailing the city. That contact information is on your screen. And we'll also have it on our website. That's ssptv.com. Kathy?
Don't think the battle is quite over yet. Thanks a lot, Matthew. Well, another local community fighting a budget battle. Workmen's compensation insurance was created to protect those who serve and protect our community, but the cost of paying for workmen's comp is escalating. As Kristina Papa explains, Freeland Borough is struggling to find out how it will pay for a significant increase in workmen's comp insurance.
He's been risking his life and fighting fires in Freeland for over 2 decades.
Somewhere along the line, no matter how hard you try, you always end up getting injured, whether it be minor, major, life-threatening, non-life-threatening.
So it's a good thing that Freeland's fire chief, Joe Stepensky, has workers' compensation insurance. However, a new state law will have municipalities who have their own fire department, like Freeland Borough, paying a significant increase for borough employee insurance.
I understand the law. I have no problem with it protecting our firemen. But the cost came back, it increased our rates by about $16,000 over last year.
The increase, it's due to the Firefighter Cancer Presumption Act.
Now, this act is still in its preliminary stages, but it does say that a firefighter needs to make sure that they get some type of examination saying that they don't have cancer before working in a department for at least 4 years. And if that's the case, then they can claim the cancer on their job and saying that perhaps it was carcinogens or something else that caused the cancer.
Freeland Borough's insurance was around $55,000 last year. With the premium increase, they'll have to shell out nearly $83,000 to $84,000.
We have to find the money somewhere. It's not that we can just not pay that portion. It's either going to be raising taxes, which we never want to do.
The borough designates $50,000 a year to the fire company, but the department raises most of its funds by themselves.
So what we get for what we put out, it's tremendous, especially for this community.
All borough employees, including police, volunteer firefighters, and volunteer ambulance personnel, are covered by the policy. Kristina Papa, News 13, Freeland.
Still ahead on News 13, get ready to pull out that sweater, maybe an extra blanket for the bed. A taste of September on the way. We'll tell you about it in News 13 weather. But first, it's not September quite yet, but one local YMCA already rolling out its new preschool program. We'll tell you where when News 13 continues. Well, most summer camps are just about coming to an end, and if you have toddlers, you've got some options on where to send them for the fall. Here's a new preschool in town, and Matthew Petrillo went back to school today to check it out.
That chair is a good chair.
The Pottsville YMCA opened back in 2009. It's the only Y in Schuylkill County, but it has never had a program for your little ones.
It's just waiting for the opportunity and the space to do it in.
Schuylkill County YMCA Executive Director Wayne Stump says they finally found that space on the second floor of the Y in downtown Pottsville.
While we have a building here in Pottsville, our mission is still to serve the entire county.
He says the preschool at the Y is affordable. For $75 a month, that comes out to less than $10 a day. You can send your child here to learn and play with instructor Courtney Eickman.
This is an independent 2.5-hour program where the kids get all of those things that 2- and 3-year-olds really need: time, space, socialization, introduction to beautiful elements, art, music. So it's a really fantastic program.
Eickman says students who attend preschool are more prepared for kindergarten than students who do not.
Preschool is really a place where kids can become comfortable and confident, which are the best tools you need for school.
The YMCA preschool program is coming to the Y for the first time ever, and it's not just a way to allow some parents to get some free time to themselves. It's also a great way for some children to begin their early education. A study from Rutgers University backs that up. It shows well-designed preschool programs produce long-term improvements in students, like higher test scores, lower rates of grade repetition, higher educational attainment, and reduced delinquency. That's exactly why Laurie Marks sends her child here.
I really just think it's a good way for him to socialize with other kids his age and get to bring out the creativity side that I always don't get to do with him at home.
Classes start soon, so the Y encourages anyone who's interested to enroll today. Oh, you like the book with the snake?
Fire truck, welcome.
What sound does a snake make?
This is a snake. See how it goes in like this?
Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Pottsville.
A lot of cuteness there. Time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking out the radar. All the rain during the overnight pretty much moved through. Just a pop-up storm here and there you can see still in our area, but things are going to cool down now a bit and get almost September-like for the next couple of days. Our creative condition, all about what to do on a nice sunny summer day. It's by Brian Harry, a student at Hazelton Elementary Middle School, and he says, sunny day with clouds and a great day to go outside and play some basketball. And now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazelton for tonight. It'll be partly cloudy with a cool low around 53 degrees. And for Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high only up to 68. It'll be mostly clear and cool at night with a low down to 48 degrees. And heading to Schuylkill County for tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms right into the overnight, low getting down to 54. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 72. Mostly clear and cool at night, but the low around 49. Well, this morning's rain cleared out just in time for some active adults from our region to enjoy a community picnic. Kristina Papa was there as they heated up the grill as well as the dance floor in Freeland this afternoon.
Good thing they brought their appetites to the Senior Choice Picnic this afternoon.
I like this, a large variety of the food also.
And everything is delicious.
Nearly 150 guests enjoyed a bite to eat and a song and dance.
La, 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 la. La, 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 la.
At the annual Senior Choice Picnic, sponsored by the Hazelton Health Alliance in Freeland today. Mary Lloyd has been a member of Senior Choice for over 20 years. She sat down with friends for the healthy picnic in the park.
It's wonderful that they're getting together. They need something for the seniors to do. Actually, we're not seniors anymore, we're active adults. Because seniors is when you're 90.
Senior Choice program started over 20 years ago with the intent to help folks like Mary focus on living healthy and active lives.
We have physicians come in once a month to speak on subjects that are of interest to them. We have The state police come in. We have financial advisors come in, all people that will do them some good.
Member Michelle Mahovich praises HGH for their helpful programs.
I have learned a lot by joining this organization. Each month when they have their monthly meetings, we have a speaker from the hospital, and I've learned a lot of things about how to be healthy, how to take care of myself. Thank you to the Hazelton Health Alliance.
Now, this event is usually held at the community park, but as you can see behind me, folks are enjoying their meals today here at the Freeland Pavilion. People who have been attending this event for years say this event has grown tremendously over the past few years.
Membership has doubled in the last year. It really has. We have way over 200 members already.
Even with their growing numbers, Choice Seniors is always looking for new members. So if you missed out on today's event, don't be afraid to give the Senior Choice Coordinator a call at the number at the bottom of your screen or visit SSPTV's website, ssptv.com, for more information.
We're going to go on as long as we can.
Kristina Papa, News 13, Freeland.
And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. The daily, 574. The big four, 8444. Quinto, 65780. And the treasure hunt, 3, 9, 17, 18, 25. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Holy Door Mission Friary will be holding a blue mass to honor firefighters and emergency personnel that risk their lives every day. The service will be held Sunday, August 25th at 4 p.m. There will be a blessing of equipment and a social in the hall. For more information, please call 570-788-1212, extension 400. And finally tonight, the Hazel Township Fire and Rescue Company will be holding a pasta dinner September 28th from 4 to 7 p.m. Advance tickets are now on sale, $6 for adults and $4 for kids. Contact any member for details or give them a call, 570-454-3411. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. David M. Romeo of Hazelton, the Firo Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. John J.V. Clement of Pond Creek, Mass is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. in the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. Friends may call Wednesday beginning at 9 a.m. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. John Turk, formerly of Hazelton, services are by the Yosok Funeral Home. And Walter F. Dreyfus of Allentown. Services will be held Thursday at 10 a.m. at the Falk Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Doves of White, serving Schuylkill and surrounding counties. Call 570-205-1597.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, it might not be hoagies from the base, but maybe the home cooking for Joe Madden will straighten the ship out. The Tampa Rays begin a homestand after starting their road trip in good shape, but it ended on a down note as the red-hot LA Dodgers swept them over the weekend. So now, can they get back on the beam? Well, I think more important than that are Matt Moore, Alex Cobb, and some of the people who have been banged up in the pitching rotation. Are they going to get back in that rotation and get things going on the mound? Well, that probably will answer the question. But tonight, they'll start against the Seattle Mariners, so certainly a winnable series. We'll wait and see what happens, but the Rays still right there with the Red Sox, only a game separating them. So stay tuned. We'll wait and see. Meanwhile, the Yankees, who came home and after being embarrassed by the White Sox, they now have won 3 out of 4. Can they keep it going against the LA Angels? We'll find out tonight. The Phils down in Atlanta again. Phils won, and of course the story out of Atlanta, the tragedy where a fan lost his life last night falling off of one of the overhangs. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Pirates, St. Louis Cardinals, big showdown. Remember, the Pirates handled the Redbirds 10 days ago. That was in Pittsburgh. Now they'll go out and try to do it along the banks of the Mississippi River. Meanwhile, the New York Metropolitans are out on the West Coast. They have the LA Dodgers. In the minor leagues, well, Russ Kanzler had the night off, but tonight they'll be back in action. Columbus in town, Indianapolis still trying to keep on that first place lead. The Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, they'll start series at home against Charlotte, and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, they will entertain Syracuse. Now, where is it all standing? Remember that in the minor leagues, Labor Day is the finish line for the regular season. So we're starting to run out of time if you're going to make a playoff run. Now, in the North Division, well, the Rail Riders can forget about it. They're way behind the 500 mark and 9 games out of first place in what really has turned out to be a mediocre North Division. Now, the Iron Pigs, well, they're not dead yet. They're just 2 back in the loss column, 4.5 back overall because of a differential in games played. But as you take a look at the standings right there, Rochester is anything but secure. So we'll see what the Iron Pigs could do. As you see, Syracuse, who they're playing tonight, they're in last place. So time to make it happen for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Western Division, there they are right there. Indianapolis's lead is back up to 10 games. They've been cruising all through the summer, and I would think that's where it's going to stay. Take note, no one else in the division playing 500 ball. So Indianapolis, even though they're not on any kind of record-setting pace, they certainly are looking pretty good to wrap up that Western Division and qualify for the Governor's Cup playoffs, well, just about a month from now. Tonight's sports is brought to you by Mountain Speedway. Here's a look at this weekend's action. It's going to be busy. The racing will begin at 6, so plenty of action this Saturday. Just $10 for grandstand admission. Kids under 10 are free, and if you're active military or a senior, you get a $2 discount. There's the website and the phone numbers. You could call them and get all the information on the excitement of racing down at Mountain Speedway.
And here's what our media partner, the Standard Speaker, is working on for tomorrow's edition. Standard Speaker teams with an independent news organization covering Pennsylvania to report on the lax oversight of thrill rides at amusement parks. You can read all about it in the Wednesday edition of the Standard Speaker. Plenty more news and information headed your way on News 13. Fighting blight in one local community has brought a war of words from residents. That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.